I ran my scanner at 3:55 p.m. 4 stocks qualified. I bought all 4 at the close. After the bell, volume data updated. One of those 4 stocks fell off my scan. The backtest shows 3 clean entries. In real life, I'm holding 4 positions, including one my own system never would have taken. This is why backtesting almost always beats live execution. And it's not the reason most people think. There are 4 reasons your backtest looks better than your actual results. Reason 1, survivorship bias. Reason 2, look-ahead bias. Reason 3, overfitting. Reason 4, the execution gap. Let's go through each one. Reason 1, survivorship bias. When you run a backtest, you're testing on stocks that still exist today. But the market in 2019 or 2020 included hundreds of companies that have since been delisted, gone bankrupt, or been absorbed in mergers. Those stocks are gone from your data. The ones that remain are the survivors, companies that made it through. Your backtest is already starting with a filtered sample, and you didn't choose to filter it. Stock splits make this worse in a way most people don't think about. When a company does a 4-for-1 split, the historical price data gets adjusted backward automatically. A stock that used to trade at $200 shows up in your data as if it was always trading at 50. The chart looks cleaner, the patterns look more obvious. It's easier to find signals in adjusted data than it was in the real data at the time. And right after a split, the stock's scan behavior changes overnight. A stock doing 2 million shares a day at $200 suddenly shows 8 million shares at 50. Your volume filter fires differently. Your backtest smooths right over this. Your live scanner doesn't. Reason 2, look-ahead bias. Look-ahead bias means your backtest is using information that didn't exist at the time of the trade. The most common version is the closing price problem. Your signal fires when the daily candle closes. The backtest buys at that same closing price. In real life, the moment the signal is confirmed, that price is gone. You're buying the open the next morning, or wherever the market gives you entry. The backtest pretends you can buy at a price you could only know after the fact. In a scanner workflow, there's a second version of this that's less obvious. Data providers like Polygon update volume figures after the close. Adjusted volume, trade count, and dollar volume can shift once all the data is fully reconciled. Your backtest runs on those final numbers. But at 3:55 p.m., when you actually made your decision, those revisions didn't exist yet. This is exactly what happened in my cold open. The stock that's fell off my scan after the close, my backtest tested it on revised data. My live scanner ran on pre-revision data. The backtest and the live trade were literally working with different numbers for the same moment in time. Reason 3, overfitting. Overfitting is what happens when you tune your strategy until it works on the past. The backtest doesn't perform well at first, so you adjust. You change the moving average from 200 days to 180 days. You tighten the volume threshold. You add a market cap minimum. You run it again. Better. You keep refining. Eventually the results look great. The problem is you've memorized the past, not discovered a real edge. When the market behaves differently from that specific data set, the strategy stops working. And there's a compounding cost to overfitting that people don't talk about enough. Every filter you add shrinks your opportunity set. You start with 500 signals over 3 years. Add a volume filter, now 200. Add a market cap minimum, now 80. Add a moving average condition, now 30. Add a sector filter, now 12 trades. Your backtest looks incredible on those 12 trades. But 12 trades over 3 years is less than 1 trade per month. That's not a strategy. That's a highlight reel. In live trading, you'll spend most of your time sitting in cash, waiting for a setup that may never come. The backtest won't warn you about this. It just shows you the 12 winners and calls it a system. Reason 4, the execution gap. This is the one the textbooks understate. Backtests assume you get the price you want at the moment you want it. Real trading doesn't work that way. The backtest says you bought at 47.32. Your actual fill came in at 47.41. 9 cents on one trade. By itself, nothing. But that gap shows up on most of your trades, and it compounds across dozens of positions over months. It doesn't always go against you, but the drift adds up. The more damaging version of the execution gap isn't the fill price, it's scan integrity. This is what I described at the start. You run your scanner at 3:55 p.m. 4 stocks qualify. You buy all 4 at the close. After the bell, volume data updates. One of those 4 stocks falls off your scan. The revised numbers put it just below your filter threshold. The backtest shows 3 clean entries. In real life, you're holding 4 positions, including one your own system never would have taken with the correct data. The backtest has no record of that trade at all. There's nothing in the numbers that warns you. It happens quietly after the trade is already on. None of this means backtesting is useless. It means you have to read it correctly. A backtest tells you whether an idea has any historical merit at all. Use it to eliminate bad ideas quickly, but don't treat a strong backtest as proof you'll make money live. Treat it as a starting point. The strategies that survive live trading are usually simpler than the ones that win backtests. Fewer rules, wider filters, less tuning, because the more conditions you need, the more ways reality can diverge from your model. If your backtest looks too good, it probably is. The 4 reasons are survivorship bias, look-ahead bias, overfitting, and the execution gap. Each one is inflating your results in a way you can't see from the numbers alone. Next episode, we look at market regimes, why the same exact strategy can print money in one environment and lose it in another. New episodes every Monday and Thursday.